Fala, apaixonados por futebol, bem-vindos ao canal. Após o empate da Seleção Brasileira contra a Venezuela em pleno Brasil, muitos jornalistas internacionais questionaram se foi apenas um deslize ou se é hora de ligar o alerta. Sobre o papel que o Neymar tem na seleção, a falta de centroavantes de primeira linha e se o Diniz tem autoridade para tomar as decisões mais impopulares. Vamos conferir, deixem a opinião de vocês e bora!
Brazil 70% possession but unable to take all 3 points against Venezuela. What about Neymar? What did he have to say about not just the game but the incident? Quote, "It's obviously very sad. I didn't come here on vacation or to visit. I came to do what I love most, which is play football and defend my country. Someone who does this kind of thing isn't well-mannered. He won't be able to raise his child correctly. If he complains so much, he should have trained better and been on the field instead of me." Ale, not a very good day for Neymar, huh?
No, not a very good day for Neymar, not a very good day for Brazil. The attacking core group of players of this team, for as much possession as they had, we just saw it in the stats there, expected goals. Whatever you make of that stat, the truth of the matter is it was less than a goal from Brazil. And so it just kind of gives you an idea, and it paints a picture that they had a lot of possession, but they didn't create a whole lot of chances. When you talk about 100% chances, and those chances that they did create, some of them fell to Neymar. One of them in particular in the second half, after the service on Jan Couto coming from the right-hand side, not too far from the penalty spot, and he puts it in the 20th row. The frustration with Neymar is very simple, I think, from the Brazilian perspective. If he's going to be given the freedom to roam the field and do anything that he wants, that comes with a certain responsibility, and that is have an impact in the attacking half. Go create chances. Go score goals. If you're going to have all this freedom to come here, come there, go everywhere, and you don't have defensive responsibilities, then it becomes the assumed responsibility that you are going to be able to take a leading role in what you do in the attacking half. And Neymar, while he had a lot of touches on the ball, not a lot of those touches were very productive in the final third. Not a lot of touches actually ended up being goal-scoring opportunities for him or for others. So it ended up being a very frustrating performance for Brazil, which I didn't care about. Vamos, Venezuela!
Stevie, what did you think of Neymar's performance yesterday?
Do you know, I think the answer that he gave to that question tells you where Neymar is right now. You know, when you don't perform, you get criticised. And this guy's had enough pats in the back in his career to understand that when you're good and you get a clap, you take it, and when you're bad, you keep your head down and you don't respond.
Ale, they're so talented. Do you think what we saw against Venezuela was a blip or sign of greater concerns to come for this team?
Yes, they're so talented, but I think we equate Brazil with talent. And to that effect, we think, well, and Stevie and I were having this conversation before the show, that we think, well, when you think about who's on the field for Brazil, Rodrigo and Vini Jr. are starting for Real Madrid. And so there should be more than enough talent to be scoring goals against Venezuela. Yeah, you would think so. But when you start in strikers RICHARLISON, it actually points to a shortage of talent in a very key position. And what I think is concerning is that this is not a now problem. You take it back to even the World Cup that was played in Brazil in 2014, their starting striker was Frege. Who? Frege, right? Let me just tell you, breaking news, that's not Ronaldo, right? And that's a standard. That's a standard, and they just don't have that guy. And so it then becomes the responsibility of the tricky guys, of Vini Jr., of Rodrigo, of Neymar. And if the tricks are happening, and if they're working, and if they're actually creating opportunities, now everything is great, everything is awesome, because look, they're flowing. But when it becomes physical and lacking rhythm, and it's not quite as tricky, and things are not quite working out, and everything that you would think Vinicius would be able to pull off, he's not pulling off, then it's difficult for them to actually find somebody to score a goal with consistency. They just don't have it. I know we're talking about Brazil, but they just don't have that player out on the field. And it's not just an issue in tying a game against Venezuela at home. Just take it to the World Cup as well, and the difficulties that they had at times scoring goals from that center striker position and creating enough opportunities with all that talent you just mentioned. We assume that there's a lot of talent, but there seems to be, I can't believe I'm saying this about Brazil, a shortage of talent in places which you would assume Brazil, of all teams, would have plenty of.